What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. And before we jump into this mobility workout, I want to share with you guys a little bit about the purpose and why I'm here, why I've started this channel, and what I am looking to share with the world and all of y'all that are watching. And that is the experience and joy of movement. Being able to move through life confidently and knowing that whatever things get thrown your way in the physical sense, which can also translate into a mental sense as well, but that's later, being confident that you can handle whatever situation that is, whether that's picking up a new hobby and knowing, okay, my body, like I can handle this, I can do this, whether that's dancing or hiking and knowing like, okay, I really want to go see this, but I don't know if I can make it. Reframing that to saying, man, I really want to go see that. Oh, it's however far do I got to go? Yeah, I can do that. And then just go. Or it could be something from an athletic performance perspective. You know, the joy and experience of movement is being able to live your life in a way that you want and to be able to do the things that you want without having the fear of, can I do it? Can I not do it? And having to like second guess or doubt yourself, but rather to just be like, yeah, okay. So this video and this channel are going to be things that I have personally done for many years and have also shared with my clients that I train in person and online. That has helped them also achieve their physical performance and health goals that they're looking to achieve. And I want to take all of that knowledge that's up here, that's been floating in there, and get it out here to share it with all of y'all, so that way you can also experience the joy of movement in life and reach your physical performance goals and the health and the life that you want to live through being physically fit. So that's it. Okay, let's get into the workout. This is going to be a body weight at home workout that you can do. All you need is a little bit of space, and we're specifically going to be focusing on spinal mobility, and even more specific than that, thoracic spine mobility, so that you're able to just feel and move better. All right, let's get to the workout. Starting things off, we're going to just get into a little bit of static stretching. There's going to be a few different modalities of exercise in here that kind of build up how I train mobility. This isn't the exact routine that I do every single time, but it's just what I was feeling in the moment based on, how my body was feeling at the time. And really, child's pose, just a little bit of static stretching to stretch my upper back or my back a little bit. Then I'm going to move over into stretching my lats. So after child's pose, we're just crossing over to one side, holding, breathing, and relaxing, which is going to be something that I reinforce in this video and in many videos in the future, is breath work, breathing and relaxing, especially when it comes to things like mobility and stretching. The whole goal is to breathe and relax and let your body and your nervous system relax so that those muscles can stretch. One thing that might not be as noticeable in the video is when I'm coming over for this lat stretch, what I'm doing is I'm taking my opposite side shoulder. So if I'm going to the right, I'm taking my left shoulder and I'm dropping it down towards the ground, That's going to give you a deeper stretch through your lats and in through your shoulder. So just breathe, relax, hold that. And then coming back to child's pose, so we're going to get a little bit of spinal and shoulder movement going on, taking our shoulder blades through protraction and retraction. So as I'm dropping my chest down to the ground, I am squeezing my shoulder blades together, trying to open up my chest, engaging all of those back muscles. And then when we go into protraction, I'm pushing all of my hands into the floor and trying to round out like that. So just a little bit of shoulder and spinal movement. And then we're going to get into cat-cows after that. This is going to be another mobility exercise to help build spinal extension and flexion. When we go into the cow part, so the extension, we're taking a big inhale, trying to open up at our chest, round or arch our back. And then when we go into the cat part, exhale all of your air. We're going to try to push our hands through the ground, getting as much rounding through your back as possible. Big inhale, big exhale. When you do that, you're also trying to cinch your stomach, so shrink your stomach, pull your belly button towards your spine. You're engaging your glutes, trying to push all of your air out and get as much rounding in your back as you can. And then when you go into the cow part, when you inhale, you're trying to get as much arch or extension through your back as you can. You only need a couple reps, especially if they're quality reps. Quality over quantity all the time, every time. You're going to get more benefit out of it. If you can do 3 to 5 really good reps where you're intentional in how you're moving, you're going to get better results than just flip-flopping through 10 reps just trying to get through it. Now, that was all sagittal plane exercise that we did, so moving through the sagittal plane for the most part. This exercise right here, or stretch, we're just getting rotational movements. Now we're working through the transverse plane, and as we're reaching up, what I am doing that you can't really see in the video is I'm using my shoulder that's in the ground. That's my pivot point right there. So I'm pushing my shoulder and my arm into the ground to help open up my chest as I rotate towards the ceiling. So if you can see here, I'm opening up and turning with my head and looking up towards that hand. And then just repeating on the opposite side, because that's what we have to do unless you want one side that's really mobile and one side that's not. So start out with just this hold here, breathing, relaxing, let your body get used to and comfortable in that position. So hold that stretch, about 30 seconds or so, breathe. Once you feel comfortable sitting there and you feel your body relaxing, then we go into the movement aspect of it. So with that arm, again, drive this shoulder into the ground. And what I'm doing is, as I am reaching and opening up, I'm squeezing my shoulder blades back, trying to open up as far as I can, looking at that hand. And then also think of engaging your triceps. So we're trying to get all of the muscles in our back and our triceps that are responsible for opening our body up. So opening all the way, use those muscles to try to get everything engaged on our backside so that we can stretch everything on through our front side. So you'll see in the video, my back is engaging, my triceps are engaging, and then I'm turning with my head, looking at my hand. That is going to help get as much stretch and open you up as much as you can. And then just a little bit of feeling out. How does my body feel? How does my body feel from when I started? How am I moving? And then just, it's basically a check-in. And this exercise here is a similar concept to what we were just doing. So that shoulder, you can see that shoulder is my pivot point, and I am driving in. So I'm just rotating from the shoulder, trying to get my chest over as much as I can, closed off. And then same thing, when I open up, I'm engaging that shoulder blade, so squeezing that shoulder blade back, opening up at the elbow, trying to bring my elbow out as much as I can, and then also looking with my head and my eyes. Your head, if you're just doing this here, you're only going to be able to move so far because your head and your spine, your neck is not moving. So turning your head, that's going to allow all of those muscles responsible for opening you up to engage more. So that's why I say you open up, you're turning and looking, because that's going to allow you to get more range of motion and get all of those muscles engaging to assist in that rotation. That's going to help you move better. You're going to be able to recruit all of your muscles in your body as one unit. So after that, again, just a little bit of check-in. How's my body feeling? And then we're going to progressively get higher and higher. So we started more ground-based, and then now we're going to go into some kneeling T-spine cars. This is another exercise modality. Cars is controlled articular rotations. It's basically just ways to move our joints in their fullest capacity for the most part. So as I'm here, the goal is to rotate from basically from your belly button to sternum. Think of your spine, like that position. That's essentially going to be your pivot point. You want to kind of move around from your sternum, which is essentially where the start of your thoracic spine is. So your lumbar spine is sitting, and then we're pivoting around where the start of our thoracic spine would start. So it's rotate, turning, and twisting as far over as we can. So I am twisting from that bent position, and then I am looking to take my back shoulder, reach down towards the ground, reaching back, rotating, and then now I'm dropping this front shoulder down to the ground. It's almost like you're essentially making a box shape with your shoulders. So you're hinging forward, twisting, or cube shape would be a better way to maybe phrase that. So that's going to help take your thoracic spine through all of its rotation, movement, and extension, and flexion, and just overall improve how well your spine moves, the fluidity in your spinal movement. And then, another check-in. It's always good to do some check-ins after some exercise and see how your body feels, feel how your range of motion has improved. Like I said earlier, this isn't my exact routine that I do every day. This is just what I was feeling. And that varies. Whenever I do my, at-home movement, or I'm just exploring movement, it's really just me thinking, what do I need work on, and then attacking that. And now a little bit of hamstring and spinal mobility, or spinal flexion, so just getting some stretch through my back, my hamstrings, big breath in, just some standing reaches, getting a few nice holds, breathing, relaxing, again, getting used to what that position feels like. Big inhale, exhale, breathe through the discomfort part to try to see where my max range of motion is. So as you can see, I'm about to go flat-handed. But it's managing your breath, because if you're tensed up, then you're not going to allow your body to relax into those new positions, which is ultimately not going to help you get any further in improving how well your body can move if you're constantly fighting yourself by not having good breath control. And also, before we end this out, one thing that I'm doing to maintain this position is I'm flexing my quads. So I'm flexing my quads to keep my knees straight, which is a technique that is going to allow your hamstrings to relax a little bit more and allow you to get into that stretch. So that's going to be it for this particular T-spine mobility workout day. And yeah, I guess that's all I got for today. So that's what I want to share with you guys, the joy and experience of movement. That's how I do things to help improve how I move. I hope you guys get some value out of this, and if you have any questions, comments, drop them down below. I'd be more than happy to touch on any specific topics or things that you would like to see more of. And yeah, all right, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.